Good morning. Today's Friday, December 3rd, and we're bringing you the latest news making headlines to help start your day.
So the stage is set for the SEC Championship tomorrow as the University of Georgia looks to beat Alabama at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Our Tori Cooper joining us live outside the stadium with what you need to know if you're going to be down there catching some of the action. She starts our coverage in today's Morning News Rewind.
I'm a fan getting excited to head right back here to Mercedes-Benz Stadium because both teams, the UGA Dogs and the Crimson Tide, will be heading back here to face off in that SEC Championship. Now, as you know, these two teams really know each other. They have a long, historic back and forth. This is the second time in 4 years that both teams have faced off in the SEC Championship, except this time, the Dogs are favored to win. The last two times Georgia and Alabama met in the SEC Championship game, it has gone down to the wire, Alabama winning both. The Dogs are on a 6-game losing streak against the Alabama dynasty, and they have not beaten them since 2007. But the Dogs head coach, Kirby Smart, who used to roll with the Tide as the former assistant Alabama football coach, is looking to turn things around against the legendary head coach, Nick Saban. The Dogs are favored to take the W this time around. UGA players anxious to take back the title. As fans head to the stands, StubHub is now reminding fans to never buy tickets on the street, only use trusted ticket providers and technology to score your tickets, and avoid sharing pictures of your ticket online to ensure they aren't stolen. Now, even if the Dogs lose tomorrow, right, they still have a pretty good chance to make the playoffs, which would be great because then they get another chance to knock off the Crimson Tide and obviously get some of those bragging rights back right here to downtown Atlanta. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
We were just saying we love it when you get to cut loose.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see that out of you, Tori. And I know you went to UGA, which I'm learning about as well. Very exciting day for Georgia fans, certainly. Remember, the only place to watch the SEC Championship game is right here on CBS 46. Georgia and Alabama kick off at 4. Then stay tuned for a special 90-minute SEC wrap-up show with Fred Khalil and Emily Gagnon. Oh, by the way, it's also December and the holiday is here. Thousands of Metro Atlanta kids will now have gifts under the tree thanks to many of you who are supporting the Angel Tree Toy Drive.
Yeah, and we want to remind you that today's the last day for you to drop off those toys. Our Brooks Baptiste is joining us with everything you need to know. Hey, Brooks.
Hey, good morning to you guys. And yes, the countdown to Christmas is on. So far, there have been thousands of angels that have been adopted, thousands of toys collected, but more is needed to ensure all kids have a smile on their face Christmas morning. So the Salvation Army, they've switched things up this year, allowing you to adopt an angel online. You can purchase items directly from that child's wish list, and then those gifts are shipped to the Salvation Army warehouse, and then they're picked up by a family member. And organizers are saying that, no matter how you chip in, you'll be relieving the stress families experience when their budgets are just too tight for presents.
You can just feel the joy in the air, and when the families receive their bags, and some of their bags are so heavy that they can't even carry them. It takes a couple of people to carry these bags.
All right, so it's time to fill those bags. Let's make sure we do that and make Atlanta proud for everything that they've been doing. All right, guys, so here is a list of what the kids want. These are the top toy requests: tablets, Spider-Man, anything, LOL dolls, and then you've got bikes and scooters. Those seem to be the main things that these kids want this time. And then you can drop off toys today at any 4 of these Dunkin' locations. The Metro Atlanta Angel Tree kicked off, with 6,700 people awaiting adoption. Now less than 200 names are left on that list. So I would say that we've done pretty well.
I think so. A little more work still to be done, Brooks. Thanks so much.
Heads up for those of you planning to visit another country for the holidays.
The spread of the Omicron variant is prompting new restrictions for you. Rebecca Schramm is live this morning at our airport. Rebecca, specifically, this affects the timing of your COVID test.
Yeah, it does, Gurveer and Rob. For a while now, to get back into this country through international airports like Hartsfield-Jackson, you've had to present a negative COVID test that was taken at least 3 days before. Well, starting next week, that window shortens to 1 day.
We have the best tools, the best vaccines in the world, and the best medicine and the best scientists in the world.
President Joe Biden's plan to slow the spread of the Omicron variant includes tightening travel restrictions for people flying internationally. Starting next week, all travelers to the U.S., regardless of their vaccination status or their nationality, will have to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 1 day of boarding their flights. Atlanta is one of only 3 U.S. airports with direct flights to South Africa, where the new variant was first discovered. Many from Georgia and around the country are stuck in Africa right now because of the quickly enforced travel restrictions. Among them, Nikki Barnes and her son. They've been scrambling to figure out a way back.
Absolutely know that I'll cry when I get home and say, oh my God, we were stranded on another continent.
Now, this footnote, originally January was when the White House hoped to lift the mask mandate for people traveling on planes and other public transportation. That has now been extended through at least the middle of March. Live at Hartsville-Jackson, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Trending this morning, a petition to stop the media from interviewing Will Smith and his wife, Jada.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. It's gained thousands of signatures online. Our Brooks Baptiste joins us with the stories topping your social media feeds this morning. Brooks?
Hey, good morning to you guys. These folks are really signing this thing because it's only been about a week since the online petition went live on change.org and more than 15,000 people have signed it. Yes, that number is steadily increasing. All right, so the man who made it didn't really say what threw him over the edge, but we do know this petition follows the release of Will Smith's new book, which reveals details about his marriage to Jada and his divorce from his first wife. Also trending this morning, remember the Thanksgiving text message mix-up that turned into a tradition and it was really an unlikely friendship? Well, Netflix is going to be making a film about it. Jamal Hinton and Wanda Dench, they celebrated their 6th Thanksgiving together this year. But get this, back in 2016, that was when their story went viral on social media when Dench sent a text message inviting Hinton over for dinner, but it was meant for her grandson who had changed his phone number. Well, there's been an unbreakable bond between those two ever since, and it is going to be told, and you're going to really get a first look at it in the new movie, The Thanksgiving Text. And although the items on the classic 12 Days of Christmas song rarely make it on anyone's gift list, if you thought about buying them this year, yeah, it's going to cost you more. PNC Bank's annual Christmas price index measures the cost of those gifts in the song, and everything from a partridge in a pear tree to 12 drummers drumming would run you $41,000. I had to slow it down because I wanted to make sure you understood it was $41,000. Now that's up nearly 6% this year. Bottom line, Robin Gavir, you won't be getting anything from me on that list because that's out of the budget this year.
No 5 golden rings?
No 2 turtle doves?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not know. You won't be getting those either.
Okay.
We have new details. This is one of 2 suspects charged with murdering a 14-year-old girl in Douglas County. Police say the 13-year-old brother of Kyra Scott was making and selling ghost guns online. On the day Kyra was killed, 2 people came to the family's home to purchase a weapon, but when they arrived, they tried to steal a gun. That's when Kyra's brother opened fire, but hit his sister.
She was full of positive, good energy, good vibes. Any room she walked in, she lit it up.
Does not feel real. Keep thinking we just gonna wake up and it's just gonna be back. We're gonna be back in the house. Everything gonna be regular. It ain't happened yet.
19-year-old Yusuf MacArthur L. and a 13-year-old are charged with her murder. In addition to the 2 suspects arrested, police tell us there's still one more suspect they need to find.
It's 17 minutes after 6 and you this morning. Atlanta attorney Lynn Wood is one of several lawyers ordered to pay $175,000 for a failed lawsuit challenging the results of the 2020 election. A federal judge has ordered the group of lawyers to pay the legal fees to the state of Michigan and the city of Detroit. It's the latest ruling from a federal judge holding lawyers accountable for filing frivolous lawsuits based on false claims of election fraud. We're keeping an eye on today with the stories you need to know.
Today, Georgia's interim insurance commissioner will formally be sworn in to take over the job. John King took full powers of the office in July. That's when former insurance commissioner Jim Beck was convicted of stealing $2.5 million from a former employer. Yesterday, Beck reported to federal prison to begin a 7-year sentence with plans to appeal his conviction.
I'm Zach Summers. 3 little girls back home safe after their father told police their mother kidnapped them from their home. It happened Wednesday night. Danny Barnell says he was attacked inside his home. His ex-girlfriend took off with the kids. Police tracked those kids down at the Super 8 in downtown Decatur early Thursday morning. They were reunited with their father. The mother and several guys are now being questioned by police and are likely facing charges.
Congress has passed a stopgap spending bill, which essentially averts a government shutdown. The agreement funds the government until February 18th. That bill now heads to the White House.
The November jobs report is coming out in just over 2 hours from now, and economists are predicting another month of solid job growth. Despite solid rehiring throughout the year, labor force participation remains short of pre-pandemic levels.
So my recommendation is the one-night stand. It's our vegan bacon cheeseburger. That is our most popular thing.
Okay, can you imagine maybe standing behind this guy in line? You know who that is? That is actor, singer Justin Timberlake. He visited the Slutty Vegan while he was here in Atlanta. He tweeted out, quote, "When in ATL, support your local restaurants."
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are, our mobile and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.